Hello, hello everybody. I'm trying to activate my webcam as well, and we will start very shortly. Deactivate, let's see. Activate. Okay, there we go. There's my face. Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, as you can see, I have a brown paper here prepared. The girlfriend got some sort of package and she asked me, hey, don't you want to do a brown paper drawing? And I thought like, oh yeah, that's perfect. We haven't done this in a long time. So we're gonna do a brown paper sketch live stream. Beautiful Romanian face, yes. Thank you. First, let's do some pre-sketching. So I was thinking spaceships. Whenever I have brown paper in front of me, I feel like drawing spaceships. So I guess that's one possibility. But feel free to suggest all sorts of things. They still get, I'm eating cheddar, jalapeno Cheetos. Oh, I hope you enjoy it, Rue. sounds yummy. No, Tony McGirls, no Tony. Come on, Matze, don't do the whole pun stuff as well. We have the redacted computer. Let's wait until the gerbils arrive and then we'll have enough puns. How's the focus? Is okay. Yeah, okay. Focus looks acceptable. So how is everybody? Other than Rue, who is eating fantastically yummy Cheetos cheddar chips. How are the other people? I'm just gonna pull up Pinterest. I'm saying, well, hey man, draw a brown bear on brown paper. Yeah, that is definitely a possibility. Brown bear on brown paper. Let me see if I find something interesting. Kim, it's too dark and too cold. Oh, I agree with that. Funnily enough, like sometimes we just we were chilling with a girlfriend. We were watching The Office because The Office is on Netflix now, and I really got into it. And like, as much as I love these live streams with you guys, it's really fun. But we were like cuddled up on the couch under a blanket. It was very comfortable, and I was like, oh, I don't want to get up now. But I did it for you guys, okay? Fusion 7, ciao Fusion 7. Kutuma Bekir, winter depression. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. I don't have it just yet, but I'm very susceptible in general to winter depressions. So I totally feel you there. Manuel is making lunch. Oh, what is it going to be, Manuel? Hope something yummy. Vishal, Diwali going on here. Oh, happy Diwali. You have to tell me more about Diwali. I mean, I know very basically it's like a celebration of lights or something like that. Ruge finally got some winter weather here, cold and rainy. We feel sorry for yeah, brown paper is here. I'm just warming up bench below. So we have the brown paper right here. I just wanna do some ships, and I'm warming up for that. In the meantime, as I said, as always, feel free to anybody to ask questions if you have any. Yeah, girlfriend is listening. How big is your house? Maybe we can all come over to paradise. I floated that idea that we're going to come and visit them there for sure. Matze Bob. First association with brown paper is always that line thickness tutorial from Scott Robertson drawing like 6 meters on a roll of packaging paper. Absolutely awesome. Actually, I don't know if I saw that video. I link it in or send me a message on Discord, Matze. But talking of 6-meter roll brown paper, it's really fun if, like, what I do sometimes at the client, drawing stuff like that. And it's really nice to do it on brown paper instead of white paper, because you have the white, well, it's not gel pens. I have thick Molotov somewhere here. This one is like really, like this thick. And this is really fun to just outline things and make them really pop. Louisa, hey, I'm making dinner. About cold weather, 11 degrees here, and I do not like it. Yeah, I don't think it's any warmer here either. Let me see if it says 8 degrees. So there you go. Yeah, it's winter is coming, guys. It is just that time. Okay, so it's a bit too generic. I want maybe some more roundings in it. Let's see. Chips and ships. Chips or ships? Is it the same? Aren't Dutch-speaking people just pronouncing it as ships? I have a yard and you can throw some camping tents. I saw. Should rename this to the pun live stream. Hey Nico, yeah man, it's been a while. You're not excited about my answers, Nico. I think for the last 3 or so live streams I've been bitching about how I didn't like Dune at all. So I don't think that's what you want to hear out of me. Okay, I'm just gonna do some random shapes and let's see what's happening. So sometimes what I saw a couple of my friends doing who are proper concept artists, if they have a little bit of blockage, they just take their previous arts or just a photo from the internet and then they just put it on different layer settings and they start overlapping them and then copy, paste, merge, move, liquefy, just to get some interesting shapes out of it. So I'm doing pretty much the same thing here, just adding lines and then seeing if I find anything that I find interesting and something maybe that I want to work with. It doesn't always work, but I do like this approach though. Like you can come up with some interesting ideas. Spaceship indeed. I'm reading the first Dune book. It's okay, not really that into it. I liked it. It's a bit slow to read. The girlfriend read it just because she wanted to read it before the movie came out, and she was sort of struggling through it. So she finished it, but yeah, she wasn't that much into it, and then she did not like the movie at all. Like I didn't care for the movie, but like she disliked it with a passion. Hola Alonso Rolando de Chile, thank you very much. Hey Bogdan, welcome. And hey Daniel. Space and sheep, yeah, space and sheep. Okay, so what I see here, I see sort of a shape like this. Something like that. And then we have wings there. And I want to break this up somewhere, maybe there. So from above, if I would draw it from above, we would have the cockpit here. And then we would have these two things reaching back a little bit there with these wing sort of things. Let me see if I can add something more there. something like that. Love Dune for the very different cultural influence. I didn't feel that. To me, it felt so generic. It's just one of those things where everybody sees something and loves something, and I don't see it. Like when I read the book, it was extremely Arabic influenced. They were talking about the jihad, and it was just a lot of Arabic words. It felt very interesting to me, and then in the movie it just seemed like, oh, okay, generic sci-fi designs, and everybody's raving about the art direction and the costumes and all that thing. So I don't know, I'm on a completely different wavelengths. I wouldn't take away, like, people love it, that's great, like we need more sci-fi, so I'm happy that people love it, but also it was, I read the books and I liked the books. I didn't mind that they were slow, but this was just so boring for me. Nothing really interesting happened. I don't know, man. I don't know. I would have rather seen this in like an episodic, some sort of HBO or Netflix series. I think that would have worked much better for me. Something like that? I don't know. I'm an overall fan of the director Denis. I don't know how to... Villeneuve. Denis Villeneuve. I don't know if I can pronounce it correctly, but I just say Denis Villeneuve. So maybe that's... I loved Sicario, and I loved his version of Blade Runner. So I don't know what to say. This one just didn't work from him. I don't know. I'm struggling with this design a little bit, guys. Love the pen and paper art. I was actually thinking maybe people are a bit bored because I've been doing pen and paper for the past, not just live streams but also videos. So I'm happy to hear that. Panagiotis Tsekos, hello from Greece. Hey Panagiotis, welcome. The book was written before politically correct. Well, I don't think there's anything politically incorrect in it. I mean, it's, yeah, okay, he mentions jihad a couple of times, but jihad is just a sacred war, right? Like a war where you defend yourself against attacking people. So I think it's just like media that misconstruing that. But I don't know. I liked the book. It was different and interesting. I always like when they take something that's not really within television or not really within pop culture, the zeitgeist, and they use it. Like in this case, everything was very Arabic influenced. A good example. Well, I can I share it? Yeah, I think I can. What was it called? Beyond Good and Evil 2. Let me see if I can find a cool visual for you guys. So I don't know if for the non-gamers amongst you. Okay, I'm not finding any good pictures. You would have to see the trailer. So for the non-gamers amongst you, there was a game called Beyond Good and Evil, long time ago. And there's Beyond Good and Evil 2, which is in production hell right now, sadly. But that they sort of took a very Indian approach. So it looks like everything happens in India, like beautiful Indian giant castles. I don't know if they're called castles, but also like sculptures with Indian gods. And they put it into a sci-fi environment. And that's just so amazing because we never had something like that. And that's how I felt about Dune when I was reading it. And then the movie was just like the most generic looking things. Just my opinion. But yeah, I did like the book. In my opinion, generic is the War Tomorrow with Chris Pratt. That's generic for me. Yeah, I agree with that as well. We watched it. It was okay. It was like popcorn entertainment. Wasn't anything fantastic, but yeah. So in the meantime, I start. If I do it a little bit thicker here in the front, I start to like it more, and then we add also the little bit of cockpit there. I'm thinking if that's needed or not, because I also like what I have there. Shriyan Dutta, yeah, I also thought it was very boring compared to the book. I watched Tenant. Anyone else? Oh, I love Tenant. Okay, so apparently I'm just going against the world and everybody's gonna hate me because I hated Interstellar with a passion. I found it to be extremely stupid and non-scientific, even though the whole world was about how scientific it was, and I just love Tenet. I have a thing for time travel movies. It was funny because we were in the cinema and the girlfriend was very confused. And I was like, oh no, so you go there, you go back there, and this happens, and then that happens. And I was sort of explaining to her what exactly happened. To me, that movie was extremely clear, and I just loved how he constructed the whole loop thing within Tenet. But plenty of people didn't like it. So again, it's just my taste is apparently on a different wavelength from most people. I don't know what to do about that. Okay, one more sketch and then we're moving on to the brown paper. So just a sort of a summary sketch of what I want here. Did you see other movie Arrival? Yeah, where do I have it? Okay, I'm wasting your time, but I have the book somewhere here. So I was pushing my friend to go see that movie. Well, they didn't have to push it because, so basically that story is based on a short story by Ted Chiang in his book called Stories of Your Life and Others, something like that. And he's actually a scientist and who turned to writing sci-fi stories. And he wrote the story of Arrival in that one. And the movie was okay, but I just have to be one of those snobs that has to say that the book was so much better, because in the book, the narrator was talking in present past tense, so the tenses were all over the place. And for the longest while, I was like, what the hell is happening? And like I was halfway through that story when I realized, oh wait, like the person who's telling the story is living past, present, and future at the same time. And I was like, wow. And what he did with language, not just the alien language, but also like how he was telling the story, like absolutely blew my mind. And sadly, in the movie that didn't come, I still think it was a very competent sci-fi, especially compared to just the popcorn sci-fi that we get many times these days. But it just didn't convey. It didn't come over as well as when I was reading it in a book form. But yeah, definitely worth watching. What else did I miss? I like the organic shape of the scribble ship in the center of the page. Yeah, I'm trying to keep that organicness a little bit. Not sure what we can. You guys know that I make everything too sharp. But I will try to keep it a little bit. I feel like I'm just too much in a talkative mode and I'm not drawing enough. Let's see, the round ship. Yeah. I would really like your version of an ornithopter. I think I did one last time. Yeah, so that, yeah, okay, I'm a little bit way behind now, but just back to Matzebob's, yeah, that was technically Paul's nightmare, and that's why he didn't want to embrace. We're back to Dune, by the way. So he was the Muad'Dib, right? And he didn't want to embrace his role because he saw all these holy wars happening in his name, and he didn't want that to have to take place. So the concept was really, I really love high concept stuff, so I think that was pretty good. Nico Corti, I'm designing a chess set at the moment for school. I wanted to do something sci-fi, but I'm out of ideas. Dude, that's awesome. Like, I feel like you have millions of ideas there. Like, I would think of stuff like, you could take the, oof. So that's funny because chess I only know in my own language. I don't really know the English words. You have the, wow. That's funny. It's like math, right? When you only know math in your own language, unless you're like better at languages. But most people, even if they're really good with languages, math they have to calculate or they have to do in their own language. But anyways, the things that are all the way on the side that look a little bit like towers, I don't know what they're called, like these things. Like these could be some sort of big, bulky tank robots that you could do. And then for the, I think the rooks that go sideways, are those the rooks? Like you could have like a cool land speeder that's like really fast and goes along. And then you could have like scout robots for all the peons or pawns. There's a lot of possibility, man. You just have to go crazy and have fun with it. Nope, bro, I've lost my fire now. I used to sketch a lot, but now after doing engineering, I don't even know how to get back. Used to love to draw monstrous machines and color sketch for the... I'm sorry to hear that, man. It's... I would say just try to have fun. Don't try to recapture anything. Just see if you have an idea that you maybe want to draw out and concentrate on that instead of trying to recapture something that might not be there. For me, it was a little bit the opposite when I was doing engineering because I didn't really have time to draw. So drawing time was very precious. So I was always happy when I managed to do some drawing. So center line, I forgot about center line. I want to see. I liked here I drew somewhere, I don't know where I had like some sort of rounded ending. It's almost like an old sailing ship where you had that nice location of the captain. Something like that. Dune is a mix of Jewish, Christian and Muslim. Herbert was showing the extremism that religion and power can cause. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds, yeah, what I took away from it. Robert, pineapple on pizza or not? I am very much with pineapple on pizza. We had this conversation last time. Don't try to start a war, mate. Don't try to start a war. New Cordy, I love how every time we talk about time travel stuff, you get really excited. I don't know, man. I can't help it. But I do have to admit, there's one time travel movie that everybody recommends, and I didn't see it yet. Primer, because it's not on Netflix. And not that I would pirate it, guys, I don't pirate, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Like, but yeah, that one I still have to watch when it comes to time travel stuff. Team Pizza here, just bring it up. When I wish you do a class. Yeah, I'm lazy sometimes, guys. I like this, so I feel like something is missing down below, but I just like it looks like a majestic ship to me, so I don't know what you guys think of it, but I think I like this one. Let me see if I can draw it from a different angle as well. Warhammer chess pieces. My son did a whole 3D set for one of his friends. There you go. Yeah, you can steal some from there as well. No enemy. Bogdan was in love for the longest time with Warhammer 40k. That was interesting because Bogdan and me are from the same country, but I guess I'm from a region that didn't really have all these sort of fancy things. So I only found out about Warhammer 40k through the video games, which I really loved. But I found the universe for the longest time to be very disturbing to me because I loved my sci-fi clean. And it took me a while to get used to the whole life is a hell and constant war. I mean, once I bought into it, I was okay with it, but buying into it, that took a while for me. So yeah, but I never had the actual board game figurine thing. Rugai, I can try. It's definitely new thing to try. Total deviation from my style that CAD has totally ruined. CAD has that thing. I'll try soap today. Okay, Lake Ramson, thank you. Do you foresee before putting pen to paper because you just put dots in places before you even put in? I don't foresee that much. So that's, as you can see, I was trying different things here. And once I drew this, then I started having a picture in my head. So once I have that picture, oh, sorry about that. I just try to do that. So I put down dots because I know sort of what I want to go where. So now I foresee it, but in the beginning, when I'm just doing sketching, I need a lot of exploration as well. Yeah, I like this. I do like this quite a bit more. Constant war was the selling point. Yeah, I guess it's just as I get older, my change tastes a bit, and I get more interested in these darker futures. I mean, I guess I never disliked the cyberpunk aesthetic, but as I grew older, I liked the whole, well, you can call it dystopian future of cyberpunk more and more. Maybe because sadly I recognize a lot of it in our world. That actually more and more of what was cyberpunk fiction is almost becoming fact at this point. Okay, I need some ship details. I'm gonna look at some. Let me see what we have here. This is interesting. That's not interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Something like that. It could be one of those capital ships. Manuel, I think I missed something. It is, I am drawing a capital ship in my head, but I don't know what you were referring to. Oh, you love the music. Good. Today we went with funk. In my opinion, the Martian book is far better than the movie. I agree. I went to the sort of sci-fi phase because of that. Many weird concept diagrams came out of that. Nice. I think the movie did okay, but yeah, I did like the book a bit more, indeed. Okay, I think I like this this angle quite a bit more. I still don't know what's happening down there. Like I feel like I need something. So now I realize this is great for a hanger, So this we're transforming into a hanger here. And I still want something here that's interesting. But now I'm gonna jump over to the brown paper because we had enough time on a good old normal paper. There we go. And I have that there as reference, nicely covered. Let's take, I could draw with pencil, but I'm just gonna use my markers. The whole Children of Men future, gotcha. Well, Children of Men was more us not being able to have kids, right? And Cyberpunk is more about basically big corporations rule us. And you sort of see that Google sort of does whatever Google wants to do. Like countries have to change their laws many times just to accommodate Google. And it's gonna get worse and worse. It's a bit hard finding perspective right now. I really like the concept. If you talk about sci-fi, when you have all your different nations and species, and if you look at the designs, there are species who are so advanced, and they did so much space traveling and whatnot, that they start to implement their own design philosophies and ideologies into their ships. Since, in outer space, you don't really need to build aerodynamically, and basically just a cube is enough to get you around. But then if a species is so advanced, it's basically like BMing the other races. It's like, look at us. We can make really pretty spaceships. Blood Trilogy, you've been using my dots. Well, also like the dots and lines is, if I know I want to draw a straight line, right, I just put down markers for myself. And sometimes I have an idea and I just put down markers and I move somewhere else, I'll go back there later. It's also something that happens. But now I see, like, I started drawing on brown paper, but I just feel that I don't like the wings anymore. They go along with, we just have the wings for, because we want to be pretty. But if we come to functionality, I feel like they're in a way. I would rather have them not in a way. Have you looked at many Halo ships? No. Sadly, I totally dropped off Halo. Because I played the first one, it was on PC, and then the rest wasn't on PC. And I just totally lost contact with everything that's Halo. I know some of the human ships, but I don't know that much the alien faction ships. Nico Corti, what are your thoughts on Meta, new Facebook? Honestly, I just try to stay away from it. It's funny because I remember when I started university back in, well, not university, mostly my master's in 2011. Like Facebook was very important because we were communicating with all the all the students were communicating through Facebook. We had groups where we were sharing the workloads and just helping each other. And very quickly actually it turned into our crazy uncles and relatives constantly posting and annoying us on Facebook. So I started using it a little bit less and less, and it was this year's summer that I noticed that the only time I post on Facebook is when I have a new YouTube video. So like all my Facebook posts were like every Monday there was a new link to my YouTube videos. So it was this summer where I decided, you know, I only have like friends and family on Facebook. Nobody really, like my friends and family are not drawing people, so they really don't care about my drawing videos. So I'm just gonna stop posting on Facebook altogether. So yeah, I just gave up on it. And yeah, I saw that Mark Zuckerberg wants to rename it. I think it's slowly dying. The young generations don't use Facebook at all. I'm on Instagram, that's my main thing right now. The younger people I see, they all use TikTok. TikTok is a bit too hectic for me. But I don't think Facebook will survive, honestly. It will still go strong for maybe even 10 years because the older generations are just using it. But I think it's just boomers that are still using Facebook actively. Rini Gr, why brown paper? Because I already have a basic value. So with brown paper I can take a white pencil, which I have here somewhere, and also white gel pen, and I can add value, but I also can add a little bit of highlight. So it's sort of a little bit of cheating, almost. Having those design choices, it won't be like a reflection of countries. Like, for example, you can easily pick apart a whole German plane from a British one or a Japanese one. Oh shit, I lost you again. Sorry, Manuel, I was so wrapped up in my own story that I lost again what you were talking about. If you give me a quick reminder, just what... My tirade was going on too long there. Do you also have skewed memories of the past? Halo 1 being... Oh, I see what you meant now. Having the design... Halo 1 being a UHD super detailed game in your memory, but looking at it today, it looks like Tetris. Yeah, I don't want to look back at old games. I don't know when I did this, that I wanted to play that old game, and I installed it, and I'm like... Oh, okay, this is not as good as I remembered. I think the only game that still stands up is like KOTOR. That's the one that I know that I reinstalled and it was just as much fun. But I know what you mean with San Andreas. I had the same thing. I think San Andreas is still awesome. It's just the controls that were atrocious. Like I couldn't play it because of the controls. Like controls have changed and improved so much throughout the years that it's crazy. And also, like, I hate myself a little bit because I was very much PC Master Race my whole life. I got used to using a controller, so I just set up my GTA so it's controller friendly because I'm old and I can't be bothered to aim, so I just have Snap-on and everything. And the current San Andreas, not the new one that Rockstar is pushing out now, just it doesn't control nicely. So I had to uninstall it. Even though I know, like when I was a kid, I played days and days and days. I knew every nook and cranny of the whole map. It was crazy. The Guardian has an interesting article where they compare Facebook with the postman, and that the postman starts reading your mail and starts getting kickbacks for posting ads in your mailbox. Yeah, that sounds like Facebook indeed. Eagle, what is your background? Are you an artist, designer? I am a designer. So my background is I have a bachelor's in industrial and economical engineering, and I have a master's in industrial design. And then for some reason I decided to not use any of those qualifications and just draw for a living. Well, no, that's not true because I do design a lot. It's just design in a different way. And this is not correct line there. Matze, when Even the old generation abandons your platform. Yeah? No, Ru, you didn't miss anything interesting. Just talk about Facebook and how only old people are using Facebook now. So probably you. Hey, La Baguette, welcome, my friend. Follow the goddamn train, CJ. It was I don't know. I failed a couple of times in that mission, but it wasn't that bad for me. Like I found it. I found the whole a number 8 and the number 6, and when Big Smoke was ordering all the things, I found it more meme worthy than the whole train situation. Bunky, I am just drawing some sort of capital ship, some alien sort of capital ship. Nothing really thought right. There's some sketches here, and then I'm trying to do it on brown paper. Let's see. I'm gonna jump back a little bit here because I want to explore this wing situation a little bit more. I want to see what would happen if I would just put a big weapon platform, like a mix of missiles and whatnot, below, and then maybe we could have the wings for decoration on top. Oh, okay, Bogdan. Yeah, it's past 10 over there. Sleep tight, thanks for popping in. See you next time. Bailey Blacksmith, can you do technical drawings? Yeah, I actually have a video on technical drawings and the usefulness of them. It was actually one of the reasons why I did mechanical engineering, because I started out with computer sciences and I realized it's not really for me, because also I started drawing more and more during my studies, and then I thought, well, I know that engineering has some sort of technical drawing. I had no idea what technical drawing is, but I knew that I like drawing, so maybe I would like that. And yeah, I really loved technical drawing. It's like telling a story, but telling a story for an engineer so he can build something. I really enjoyed it. And also, like, I don't know, I like the rules. You have to make everything correctly. You have to annotate everything, but only once. You don't over detail, over dimension things. It was just really fun. Eagle, I've just graduated industrial design too. It's a struggle looking for jobs. Oh yeah. That's why I don't work as industrial designer. It's not an easy field. Like my advice always is, just while you're studying, make sure that you do a couple of internships at either industrial design agencies or companies, interior as an industrial designer within a company. Okay, this doesn't go along with maybe if I do something bent like this. Something like that. And then we would have the wings on top of it. I like that. Someday you'll be my age. Sorry, Ru. I was a joke. Come on, I was a joke. I love you. The big white paper doodle looks like an elegant racing yacht. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I really like this. But I wanted to do something with a little bit more bends and a little bit more organic shapes in it, and this one went away from it. But I might repurpose that thing at some point. If you turn the paper upside down, it looks like the underside of a large, menacing ship. Well, it's the... Yeah, that could be as well. It should be... It's supposed to be the top side of a large, menacing ship. So I'm not doing the best job here. Something like that. Okay, so now that we have to... Okay, I already messed up the angle there a little bit. Something like that, I guess. Boosters instead of weapon platforms. Remove the wings and install rockets. I'm trying to keep it a little bit alien. That's what I'm trying to go for here. Okay, now this paper is just in the way. I'll have to move it. But yeah, just thinking back a little bit of Halo, I find it very interesting that I really missed out on that one, especially since it's such a big influence on many people. I have more, like, I guess, Mass Effect in mind, just because I replayed that so many times, and I was more interested in a story in Mass Effect than the shootiness of Halo. I can have shorter wings. Okay, so on the fly design adjustments that can happen as well. It's totally okay. We're adding sort of a rounded something, and that's where we adding our thrusters. And I'm actually fine with that. I don't know about that, but I'm just gonna go with it. Where is mine? There it is. Missile. So yeah, that's what I thought for this thing, that what it could be. So oh, music is gone. That was a weird ending. So this thing in here is supposed to be the missile carrying area. Oh, you got to draw an alien since you're drawing an alien ship. Okay, I mean we can try. Let's see. I'm not promising anything. There we go. Install a sheep-driven. Do you know Andromeda by Gene Roddenberry? I know of it, I haven't read it. Guilty Pleasure, and the ship had all the very organic vibes. No, I have not read it or seen it actually. Kupfuli, shorter wings is cuter. We are not exactly going for the cuteness here. There we go. Oh, I'm super thirsty. I just remember that if it is in space and the missiles are locked on. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so usually it's just a side or down. Like even, technically even on the ground it doesn't matter because they just go up and then they redirect wherever they need to go, the smart ones these days. But yeah, the whole Expanse and the book series changed my view on sci-fi and what's necessary and what's functional a lot. I mean, it ruined some things a little bit, but it also made some things just more awesome and cool. It's almost like a Tom Clancy book, but then for sci-fi. The whole Expanse universe that they created. I mean, I don't think I can ever look at ship-to-ship dogfights, and they will never make sense again to me after I saw what they came up with in the Expanse, and how awesome those just long distance rocket barrages and the PPP. What is the small weapons? PDC, I think. Point defense cannons. Yeah, the PDCs, how they just mow through rockets for defending. That's just good stuff. Good stuff, guys. Okay. Sourdough. Yeah, exactly, the torpedo chase. Exactly, that's what I mean. I agree with you on the Expanse. It kind of feels like an actual view of, yeah, that it's so, I know it's not realistic, but it feels like this is absolute realism. This is how actual space fights would go. I feel like, is this pen running out? Not really, no. I guess it's just the texture of the paper that is a little bit weird. I can double the line here a little bit, just like that. Oh, by the way, this music and me drawing sci-fi ships just reminded me, who of you guys is excited / scared for the new Cowboy Bebop live action Netflix adaptation thing? Because I just don't know how to feel about it. I love Cowboy Bebop so much, so I'm very excited to see it. But like usually Netflix, we know the whole memes about Netflix live action adaptation stuff. So I'm also very, I don't want to say scared, but yeah, I am sort of scared because I have no idea what to expect from that. Ever seen a video of CRAM AA in action? No? No, I have not. I know probably you're talking about an anti-air CRAM, anti-air gun. Oh no, I haven't seen. Yeah. Yeah, I saw it. Just the sound of it is amazing, and it pushes those through. When you draw these ships, do you sometimes think about where things like the engines and jump drives will go? Most of the time, yeah. This time, no, because it's an alien. But we can do that. So, I was thinking that all the armament and everything like weapons would be in the middle. Then we have engine, we have these two, well, on the two sides, these rounded shapes. Like these could be the engine, and then you have the exhaust here. And then basically here you have crew quarters and then CIC. I was thinking putting maybe the CIC here, just because it's central, but it's also a little bit close to all the weapon platforms. So but yeah, well, okay. Let me just take you back to where did I draw this one? Give me 1 second. So I had a sketchbook with. I usually don't fall in love with my own stuff, but I had a sketchbook here. I don't think it was in this one. Oh yeah, here for example. The thing is also I'm sort of challenging myself a little bit with this one. So here is what I did for Inktober. So this was, let me see if you can see it. Yeah, so this was a destroyer that I sort of, a little bit based on the Homeworld destroyer. So you have the two PDCs in the front, then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 railguns that sort of rotate around, and then they can shoot everywhere. Then we have 2 PDCs on this side, 2 on the other side, and we have 2 more PDCs back here. So it's basically one of those big battleships that just pulls in sideways and just rotates sideways. You have the railgun shooting off, and if anything comes, oh yeah, I forgot that I put PDCs there as well. So that the whole ship is also surrounded by PDCs. This is technically nothing else but just a big weapon platform put on a thing. So that was the approach with this one. But here I'm just trying to do maybe not necessarily a fighting ship. It could be more of a diplomatic ship as well. And I had like a hero ship. If I would only find, oh, here one, yeah, this one, I think. No, this is too. What is this one? Or not? Oh yeah, here. This one here, I thought quite a bit about it as well. So this is sort of a hero ship that I came up with. Also, like it has one. This was very. So this is very much like Expanse. Obviously, I made it look different. I was thinking a little. This is, if you like the previous one as a submarine one, this is even more submarine-y. And it has one big gun. I called it Gauss gun, and then PDCs, like I think 1, 2, and 3 PDCs. But it's more like a smaller hero ship. And then here I was thinking of where the flight deck is, command deck, galley, medical bay, the reactor space. You have engineering close to the reactor space. We have a small cargo bay below machine shop, and command deck I put in the middle. And in the front, basically, this is just observation. So because you don't really need to be in the front, but from the command deck, you can go up through to the flight deck, this area as well. Yeah, and then just tried some elevated positions. So I sometimes I really love thinking about it, and sometimes I just draw like this is more nonsense. And that was a bit more thinking there. CIC being close to the weapon platform would be good as it would provide more defense. Yeah. Bye-bye, Drew. Thanks for staying with us. Hey, Redacted Computer, welcome. Let's make a December challenge, September. I like that. Just if that P falls away, we're in trouble, Matze. We can draw every day a spaceship. Also getting some Outer Worlds vibes from the ship. Oh yeah, that was actually way before Outer Worlds. So that was quite some time before Outer Worlds. Okay, let's start with a hero ship. What type of hero are you talking about? Pastrami. What? Okay, maybe there's some American language difference. What do these meat swords have to do with hero? Like I'm really lost there. Like why are cold cuts associated with hero? I can't quite follow there. There we go. Hero aka sandwich. I don't know. I think you just created general confusion in the whole chat, redacted computer. Hey Sherban, welcome to the stream. So if anybody knows what the redacted computer is talking about, add the salami on the front. Yeah, so I'm trying to keep it slick. So I'm really not good with alien ships, and you can see that here because I'm really struggling trying to keep it slick and alien-y, because usually I go into my little detail drawings and just add all sorts of things here and there, and I'm trying to stay away from that, and I find it extremely hard. Technically, a hero is almost a foot-long bread. Oh, okay. Heroes, but made them look like... Oh, okay. So here's the thing. I think, no, I don't want to say never. Maybe I ate once at Subways. So this whole foot-long bread situation is not something that I know anything about. Like for me, bread is bread-shaped, and I don't know about these different sort of bread types. Okay, let me see. Just gonna take that's too thin. Let's darken this. Wow, that is super dark. But out of experience, I know that usually things brighten up a little bit. So I'm not super scared. Bread is bread-shaped, the perfect. I know, that was a very intelligent statement on my side. Sometimes I have these intelligent things that I say, guys. Go. Wait, but the train station... Subway is not a train station, no? I'm just... Today I'm really not following you. Trains don't go underground, I thought. Well, no, they do go underground, actually. Let me not talk nonsense. Where is my 3? Here it is. 1 pair of clogs, long Robert. Clogs? As in the Dutch shoe thing? Like these? Why are we drawing clogs? I don't quite get it. What does have to do with anything? Underground station, subway. Okay, well, we call that Metro. Isn't it Metro? Yeah, okay, same thing probably. Yeah. Oh, this is 6. Wow, no, I do not want the 6. And G3. Is this the first sketch of stream? No, like we had several other ones as warm-up for that one, and then I chose this one to work out a little bit, to give a little bit more life to it. And now we're trying to bring a little bit of more value game to this. Something like that. Turn the clog into a ship. Okay, we'll try that in a minute. I did have an NG2 here, right? There it is. Metro, subway, underground. Okay, it's all the same thing. All right. Yeah, my bad. I'm not used to all these ways of calling things. So everything, we have a more shadow here on this side. Oh yes, the meat grinder maps of Battlefield 3 and 4. Which one was the meat grinder map? Is it the one in the mountains? Oh yeah, that was underground. Yeah. Well, it wasn't underground, it was within the mountain, but technically that is underground. Oh no, the subway! Oh, of course, I'm an idiot. Yeah. I never liked that map. You just set up in front of the area where you come out from underground and then just get mowed down. Yeah. I see. I that is subway. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It all comes back very slowly, but it comes back. We're really good in confusing. Sorry, guys. It's just one of those days where I'm not at my brightest, I guess. Which is actually quite often, isn't it? Something like that. It's not like I'm ever the sharpest, but apparently today I'm on a whole different level. Very good and confusing. I did not play Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 is the World War II one, right? The one, yeah, I guess, because the one before that. So technically Battlefield 5 is Battlefield 1, and then Battlefield 6 is Battlefield 5, right? Why did they have to be weird about the naming? I just don't understand. Okay. Operation Metro is the subway map of Battlefield 3 and 4. Oh yeah. Yeah. Flashbacks from mortar campers at people bum rushing with auto. Yeah. We just had I think we all just switched to LMGs and we're just rushing like idiots with LMGs. Maybe one or two of us just lay down and try to take off everybody else. But oof, yeah, that was. Yeah, Battlefield 1 is World War 1, Battlefield World War 2. Yeah. Some of your more angular ships are similar in design to Turian ships from Mass Effect. Yeah, that could be. Definitely, Turians definitely had an effect on me. I really like those. Where's my 3? 3, 3. This needs a bit more here. And then I can take the 2, do the front. Okay. Guess we can bring a little bit of the shading up in here as well. So the hanger I want to leave a little bit empty now because I'm gonna put some nice white pencil there in a second. They also have Battlefield 1942 and Battlefield 2024. Yeah. Well, the first one was Battlefield 1943, right? That was the first ever Battlefield, if I remember correctly. Question for the sci-fiist Robert. How come even in the Expanse, ships always meet on somewhat of a plane level field, but never upside down odd angle? I'm trying to think if they, because I thought they were sometimes upside down, but I guess I would say, like, if you want me to be a devil's advocate and start explaining things that don't really have much to do with me, I would say it's just for human orientation. Like, it's much easier if we have defined up and down. Like, if especially if you're thinking military, you need an up and down. Like, okay, you need an XYZ axis, at least in space, for you to put things there, for you to put your little toy spaceships where the enemy is. And it's much easier to do that if you know, okay, this is up and that's down. At least that would be my explanation for that. Hey Robert, how are you? Hey Bruel, I'm good. As you can see, I'm having a good time here with all the nice people in the chat. Today I'm good, but also very confused today. So that's our takeaway for today. That today I'm quite confused. The side of the front of the ship kind of looks like a spaced armor. Could be. Could be. Okay, white pencil, Molotovs, and I should have a gel pen here somewhere as well. Gel pen, there we go. Now we can go to town on this bad boy. Robert, what was the video that had the funny sketch segment? I cannot find it. It was the one where everyone had to interpret a drawing someone else drew. Ooh, it was in one of the live streams, but I could not tell you which one it was. But if you want to play that with your friends, it's called Gartic Phone. I feel like I do need some more detail before I go on. Up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, start. That is probably a Street Fighter code? I don't know. I remember though, I knew the fatalities for I don't know which character from Mortal Kombat 2. Kung Lao, I think the name was. I'm not sure. Contra code. There you go. 30 lives. Well, I can tell you, if we're talking about cheat codes, Black Sheep Wall. Food for thought, and I knew a couple more, but I don't remember now. Power Overwhelming. Let's see if anybody recognizes these. It's a 1999 game, I can tell you that much. For you, the ship looks like a crocodile. Let's go with that. I'm fine with that, Willie. I think I can put some 4 in there. Yeah. Have you seen any of the ships from No Man's Sky? Not really. Like, No Man's Sky is a tragedy for me because it looks fantastic, but because it has no story, I got bored with it every time before I could do too much. So I started building an outpost, but I never got as far to get myself a freighter or really interact. I saw like the basic small ships. Like I think I even bought a new ship from the starter ship. But no, sadly I don't think I've seen enough. I'm pretty sure that there's much more interesting ships than what I saw. The ship looks like a BFG 9000. Age of who's your daddy? Oh, that's the car, isn't it? That's the car. I remember calling the game No Man's Scam when it came. Yeah, in the beginning it was. Oh, you bought Age of Empires 4? Okay. Yeah, my friends, we played Age of Empires 2. I don't know if I want to invest in 4 yet, but I am happy to hear that that is fun. Take a look at some of the exotic ships if you want some inspiration for alien ship designs. Oh, cool, I will do that. Where's my tool? How old is this empire, you ask? I think it was also 98, so Age of Empires 1 came out in 98. So I guess it's, yeah, somebody can calculate it. I cannot, apparently. I want a 3. There we go. Let's do some slight So people asked me in the beginning why I am drawing on brown paper, and basically this is the reason, because I can use my nice gel pen fine liner to add some really nice details, and I can also use my pencil in the same way, and then with my finger just blend it a little bit. There we go. Oh, that's all. Like even if it's not one of my best drawings, I must admit I had better designs than this. Like, we can cheat that a little bit away by adding these white highlights here and there. I must get a hot rod vibe from this ship. Yeah, it's this area. It's definitely this area that gives you the hot rod vibe. Does it have a class of gerbils? No gerbils. Not in this one. I feel like the ship needs some kind of ventilation near the engine area. Well, then we shall listen to you and do that. There we go. And we can also add extra vents here. Like, even though like this is supposed to be like a ginormous, so just because there's nothing really recognizable on it, it's hard to judge the. So this is good because here you can see like basic design mistakes that I made here. Since there's nothing recognizable, no cockpits, no nothing, it's really hard to judge the scale of this one. So let me do that a little bit. Let's try and add sort of I said the CIC should be here, so I'm just gonna add like a viewing port area here. There we go. And then just to make things a little bit clearer, we can add some sort of smaller spaceships that are coming out of a big spaceship's belly. Ooh. Thank God I can't hear that so well. There we go. So that should help us a little bit with the scale. Clog for scale. Yeah, let's turn this clog into some sort of alien spaceship, right? You said. Let's take a look quickly at No Man's Skies. No Man's Skies alien ship. Oh yeah, these sort of living ships. Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, I'm always freaked out a little bit by bioorganic looking ship designs. They're very weird. I'm just, you can. Okay, I don't want to put my head too much in there because you're just gonna see that and nothing else. There we go, we have sort of a clog. I don't even remember why I drew this clog there. That was a bit silly of me. Then how much detail do in your ship designs? Wait, what? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much detail do you do, I guess, in your ship designs? This I would call maybe a 3. I do much more than this, usually. I feel like this is more just a random collection of shapes than necessarily anything spaceship-like. But I'm fine with that as well. It is a carrier, yeah, indeed. Not too many. I guess it's more like an exploration one with a small amount of ships that can go out and do stuff. Let me reinforce the clock shape a little bit here. There you go. Nobody will figure out what this is, so I think my job is done there. Space clock is messed. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Where is my 3? The squeaky noise when the white charcoal pencil makes friction with the grey paper. Yeah, that's horrible. I agree. You clogged my sketch. It looks like a duckling, wow. It's not gonna get better, is it? What if the ship is piloted by the depressed robot from Hitchhiker the Galaxy and the doors have emotions? I mean, since I don't go with a depressed robot, but I like that everything could have emotion since we agreed that this is an alien ship. So, I mean, I like that idea. Or I'm sorry, Steve, I'm afraid I cannot do that. The marker on the left side is just laying there menacingly. This one here? Leave the marker alone. I don't see it. Is it a banana holding a parasol and some random line? Yes, that's correct. That is correct. The idea is that nobody is supposed to know what this is, and then we're golden. If nobody knows what this is, we're golden. I don't know what that is. But, okay, we said in the beginning that I'm going to draw an alien that goes into this. So let's do that. I'll do some generic alien design here, just because I'm not that good at them. There goes something like that. I can't believe I drew the plasma rifle from it just makes PPV noises. Have you drawn any futuristic rifles? No, I'm really not good at drawing rifles. I just never had the urge, I guess, to draw rifles. So I'm really not good at drawing any sort of rifles. Once again, I'm not a character designer, so I have no idea what I'm doing here. This is probably the least functional neck in the history of necks. This reminds me of those arts from some of the cheaper, low-budget indie studios that make an RTS or something, not a text-based, but a turn-based RTS with very basic graphics, and then they got an artist to just make up some alien races for them. This is what that feels like. Friendship equals friendship. Napoleon would be happy. Idea for a future stream: you draw random lines, we guess what it is, and then you finish the drawing. I like that. We could do that next. If you remind me, I'm up for doing that next time. I just draw a couple of lines and then you guys decide where it's going. It's the beginning of a beautiful friendship. It appears this alien is alien shaped, yeah? It is generic alien number 6. Is what I like to call him. There we go. And we have, well, I can add some whites to him as well. Not all races on the universe have short necks or not long ones. Yeah, that is true. It's just the bends that I'm not sure will work technically. Have you played the skull game where you draw what you think the animal would look? Oh no, I haven't. But I saw other people play it. Oh look, we have a fruit fly here. Hello, Mr. Fruit Fly. Please go away from my drawing. Go away, go away, go away, go away. Yes, go to the clog. Go into the clog. Ooh, go away. Okay. Is a ship piloted by Arnold Schwarzenegger? No, there is not. Like Edgar is drawing creatures. How does it reproduce? Okay, how does it reproduce? I like that question. I feel like it should lay eggs. Like this is an egg laying. This is like an egg laying, not insect, but some sort of egg laying alien for sure. Alien. Nem. Definitely not. You won't be able to understand anything they are talking about. That is to Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, definitely not. In the comic, those band are using as part of containing field of nuclear guy. What? Fruit fly for a scare, yeah. Well, I didn't want to kill it. Just because I tried drawing the basic shape of an object like marker and then turn it into a ship. Okay, let's do that, and then let's call it an evening with that. Try just chilling near your drawing. But I think marker might be a little bit boring. Let me see if I have anything interesting nearby. Marker is just a thing like this. Here, I'll take this ink bottle. So we have this India ink. I'll make some space here for it. And I'll take my one. So we have, it's basically a couple of cylinders. So let's turn this into a more interesting shape. So it's a little bit, it has some texture there. I don't know if you can see it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to extrapolate that and just make it sort of Yes, fall down and make noise. Good. People love it when I make a lot of noise with the microphone. So this could be sort of like the exhaust. And then I'm going to actually steal a little bit of this from the marker. Let me see, maybe the other way around. Yeah. And I'm just gonna sculpt a little bit in it as well. Okay, I like that. Let's see if we can work it a bit more. The males release spores during mating season and the females absorb the spores, which then gestate and become eggs. Okay! And because we're doing weird shit, they release it from the neck. Like that. Okay. I'm fine with that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, I just make too much noise here. Sorry, guys. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, 6, 7, and then one more there. Like I feel like I'm already having more fun with this one, just because it's more human oriented. Well, that's the thing, guys. We just realized something. I'm a huge xenophobe. I don't like drawing alien races. I don't like drawing ships for alien races. Which actually shouldn't be a surprise for me. Because I was one of those horrible people that when I was watching the Avatar movie with the blue aliens, I was like rooting for the humans. Because I just couldn't identify with the aliens because I'm not an alien. And I was like, oh yeah, humans, go ahead and mess that place up and take out all the raw materials that we need for living. And then let's just move on to the next planet. Or let's just take the whole place over. Bloompot capsule. Do you mark the markers with the marker? No, I do not. They are pre-marked by other markers. Elon Musk has more money than brain cells or any billionaire. Is he the richest person? Did he overtake the Amazon guy? But I mean, yeah, I'm not surprised that he has more money than brain cells. I feel like he's been losing his mind a little bit lately. I'm not a fan of this song. This is a little bit too improvisational. Let's move on. I've seen those spores in Alien Covenant. It's a trap. I cannot not think of Tom Hardy whenever I read It's a Trap. Have you heard of Space Engineers? If so, have you played it? I heard of it, I did not play it. Something that I do want to play, it's in my wish list, is Shipbreakers, which is basically done by the same guys who did Homeworld. And it's like a really chill one. You just, you break down ships. Is all you do. The problem, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like these survival games, just don't seem to work out for me. I need some sort of story or an interesting gameplay loop. And survival games just don't give that to me. I don't know why. And Space Engineers, I saw some of my friends play it. They were just building interesting stuff. But I guess when I see games like that, I feel like, yeah, why don't I do something like if the game asks creativity of you, I feel like why don't I just draw or model or do something in real life that's creative, instead of wasting my time in a video game. Even though I waste my time with video games all the time. Yeah, I have no good explanation for that. Now we can add a lot of cables and a lot of greeblies, all the fun stuff. You're still at it, yeah, I pushed a little bit. We will stop soon. Chinese, what? Is that like one of the materials in No Man's Sky? Macho Man Randy Savage. I can't do that. Wait, how do... Macho! No, I can't do that. I just kill my voice. I just use Space Engineers as a creative outlet for when I think of a cool ship design. Yeah. Do you try role-playing games? Yes. Yes, I do. I've been talking about... I talked about KOTOR 1 before. And Mass Effect. And I have an actual RPG pen and paper session set up for hopefully the 20th of November, if that goes through. I'm looking forward to that as well. I feel like we need a bit more. Something like that. Oh, this is proper funky. This reminds me of San Andreas. Weird blender ship. I'm confused. Good. Good. That was the whole idea with this ship. Like tonight's stream was all about confusion, it feels like to me. It's all about confusion. D&D then? Yeah, pen and paper D&D. Yeah, it's the thing is hard to find because I'm not the... Ooh, there's a dark one. I'm not the dungeon master type of person, so you need a good dungeon master. And we have one. One of my friends really enjoys being that role. I don't want to be. I just want to have the adventure. I don't want to control the whole situation. I think I can skip to NG5. No, in the game of Mass Effect I didn't see anyone get crushed or pushed down. There definitely was crushing. I remember a lot of big spaceships colliding into each other and falling on people. There was definitely a lot of crushing, especially in the third one when the invasion happened. I fully know about Chinesium because so many tools I've brought have been made out of them. That's why I make my own tools now. I was working at a specific company before I did an internship in Germany at a company, and to keep costs a bit low, we were having companies pre-manufacture our machinery in China, and the German workers were always annoyed because they had to fix stuff almost all the time because it was not done to proper German standards. So I guess I know what Chinesium is as well then, in that case. What sort of tools are you making, Bailey? Where's my pencil? Okay. Go. Chisels to purchase, to access the knives. Just forge the hammer today. Oh wow! Are you like a blacksmith or something? It sounds pretty fun stuff that you're making there. Oh, this is not working so well. I'll just stick with my gel pen. Apparently we have a blacksmithing expert. Nice. Are you teaching it? Or just for school assignments you made your own tools? Let's add some light on this side. Can you make me a 15-minute spanner that I keep losing? If only the metaverse could build a virtual community. Oh, that was a pun towards Facebook, wasn't it, Kim? Wasn't it? No, I'm a student at the moment. We've made some tools for assignments like this. Oh, nice. Do you remember the episode of Family Guy where Stewie gave bees some form of steroid? No, I don't think I saw that one. It sounds very funny. Oh man. All right, I think we can stop here. We have quite a couple of fun things. I can still add some darker shades here and there, but I think it's a good moment to call it an evening, or at least evening for me. It's almost past. Oh wow, this was one of those almost 2-hour streams that I haven't done in a while, so definitely time to pull the plug. That other ship definitely looks like an expanse ship. Yeah, it's more on the not aesthetic side. Draw a fruit fly as a memory of a friend, Jonathan. No, he does not deserve it. He just pooped all over a drawing. All right, guys. Oh yeah, tomorrow there will be a video tomorrow. Surprise, surprise. It's gonna be a sort of a sponsorship video. I hope you will like it. I had a lot of fun with it. I do a little bit of VR, so there you go. That will be out tomorrow. But other than that, yeah, see you guys in the next live stream, next video, and have a great weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.